Hello, City Life. I just wanted to take a few moments just to think about something that I've been um, musing on, I suppose, over the last few days since Sunday. I hope those of you who were at the service, we all saw this beautiful picture that Bev put up of the sunrise that she'd been having while she was on holiday. And like many of you, I'm sure you've been getting up in the mornings and opening the curtains, and there has been those beautiful reds and oranges in the sky. And if you're like me, you just take a moment when you see that to just go, wow, what a wonderful creation. And I think it's those kinds of things, it's those kinds of moments where we stop and just take stock of what God has done that encourage us really to reflect and think about who it is that has made this world and who it is that we love and serve. I just wanted to share a couple of verses from Lamentations 3:22 and 23. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. This is, I suppose, one of those, if you like, life verses for me. It's one of those verses that I go back to regularly to just remind myself of, what it is and what the truth of God is for us. That amazing statement, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Like Roger, I've spent a lot of time looking at Romans 8, where we are told, that nothing can separate us from the love of God. And it is an amazing fact. And I remember several years ago, or probably more than several years now, when I was in South Africa and I was invited to just come to the front of the church. And I just thought, well, what have I got to say? What kind of greeting can I bring? And I was reminded of that now famous sort of saying, which is, there is nothing that I can do to make God love me more. And there is nothing that I can do to make God love me less. And how when I first heard that and understood that, it was quite a revelation to me, because I am a person who kind of wants to do the works, wants to put the effort in, wants to demonstrate and earn, I suppose, God's love. And also the kind of person who maybe at times, just feels guilty or feels like I'm not doing enough, and feels like, maybe I don't deserve to be loved by God. But the truth of the matter is that God loves us whatever. His steadfast love never ends. It's there. His mercies are new every morning. That every day that we get up is a new opportunity for us to not only receive that love, not only to know his full and total forgiveness and acceptance, but to then live out the goodness of that in our lives, with our families, with our friends, with other people. And I love it, the fact that, I might have had a bad day, but the next day I can just start again. And in fact, I don't even have to wait till the next day. If something's gone wrong, you can put it right with God straight away. It's not a question of waiting, that there is always an instant opportunity to access the love of God. That God's language really is the language of now. And I know in this time that, we're looking forward, we're looking about what's next, where we're going, how we're getting there. But I think what God has been saying to me is just live in the now, today. Today is the day of your salvation, as the verse goes. But today is actually the day where I get to experience God. Now is the moment that I get to remind myself of his love for me, that that's never going to change, that he is always going to be consistent, that he is always going to be for me. And I'm the kind of person who needs that. I need to remind myself of those truths. I need to go back to the scriptures and stand on them and say, this is the truth of God. So I just want to pray for any of you out there that just needs to know the love of God afresh today, that will be your experience. That the God whose love is steadfast will reveal himself to you in a fresh way, and that you will know that you are his beloved, and that there is nothing that can separate you from that love. He is for you, always, forever, but especially now. Bless you all.